Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, and I have some fun videos for you. You guys, groundbreaking, okay? Thank you to Tamara, who announced, or I don't know, I'm sure many people announced it, including the companies themselves, but thank God. Thank God for these amazing creators, okay? Because I love Tamara's channel so much. And through her reels, I found out what I've been hoping for so long, not this specifically, but the concept for so long. Mytheresa and Vestiaire collective have teamed up, okay? By the way, this video is not sponsored at all. This is just my genuine excitement about this whole endeavor. Mytheresa and Vestiaire collective have teamed up so that you can now sell your pieces through Mytheresa for a credit on the site. Groundbreaking. I've been wanting this for so long. You guys know I'm just a broken record over here. Always preaching sustainability, circular fashion. You know, it just makes it so fun. A little bit more guilt-free, okay? We're gonna get into it. Here are my first impressions. But first and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Lelasophia Jewelry. I put out videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, you already saw how excited I am. And I have applied for two. Applied is not the right word. I have submitted 2 of my items. I haven't purchased anything yet, but I'm gonna give you, I'm trying to actually see how this works, test it out. Before I talk about the 2 items that I've submitted, can we talk about how groundbreaking this is? I have been wanting companies to do a similar thing for a really long time. And if you guys remember, last year I talked a lot about how I think it would be so cool if brands themselves implemented, like, it's not like I guess it would be like a buyback program. Again, I'm sure it will never happen. I didn't even say this because I was probably too embarrassed to say this, but like a year and a half ago, I was like, Hermes needs to do this. All of these other companies and people are banking so much on Hermes bags that I think it would be so cool even if it's like 100 a year, even if it's like a really tiny amount, if Hermes would have a program where you could submit either an old bag, a vintage bag, let's say, your grandmother passed down a bag to you and it's not the size or shape or it doesn't work for your lifestyle or something, where Hermes could take a bag back and then you could either, again, like, it could be a store credit thing. I didn't even actually think about that a year ago. Or it could be a trade program, something. I don't know the logistics. I don't work on that. I don't work for any of these, huge corporate companies. Or I guess Hermes is actually family owned, but I don't work for any of these very large, high revenue companies. I don't know the specifics of how it would work, but in a world where consumption has been on everybody's mouths, and including mine, especially because overconsumption is such a massive issue. And then the resale market kind of having 2 things. Of course, there's the, topic of waste, especially when it comes to like fast fashion and everything. That's horrible to begin with. There's, no excuses for that. But there's so many companies, literally, like, think of Fashionica, you know what I mean? Think of people who are so incredible, who've built an entire brand, an entire company off of buying and selling vintage bags, or pre-loved bags, or new from store bags that somebody just wants to let go of, or that somebody sadly wants to make money off of. Like a Birkin that you buy for $11,000 and resell for $30,000. Like, that is so insane to me. And so the fact that Mytheresa has done, I've always loved Mytheresa. Again, not sponsored at all. Please sponsor me. That would be amazing. Either Mytheresa, Vestiaire Collect, I'll take any. But this video is just organic because I'm telling you, I think this is genius. Having a program where one has the option to sell and have it be immediate, essentially. Like, people make it seem like it's so easy to sell bags. I feel like, I'm sorry if I've done that, if I've contributed to that, because it is easy if you have a very trending bag in the moment of its very trendingness. Like, that's the only time when I had my vintage Fendi baguette, for example. I said, I got it during the kind of trending craze. I got it for a really good price, but it's still very much so trending because we know trends take honestly years to filter out from like fashion people or the people in the industry to then all other consumers. Not like it's a tier system. There's nothing wrong with any step along the way. But long story short, it takes a long time. And so in the case of selling a trendy bag, sure, of course, if you got a Margot and you wanted to sell your Margot, now is a pretty good time, or 6 months ago was a really, really good time. But when it's not a trending item, it can kind of take a long time, okay? Unless, again, it's an Hermes bag. It used to be, if it was a Chanel bag, that's kind of, you know, there's a story for another day, a topic for another day. And like, I honestly, again, the row is very much so trending right now, but it really is very unpredictable. And so selling pieces through the pre-loved market, even though it's what I love to do, meaning I love to either, you know, always be editing my closet, even though I'm at a very trippy, almost scary, but really positive place right now in my own collection where like I kind of can't imagine selling anything other than the two pieces that I'm gonna talk about. Wow, rambly already, sorry guys. It is a really hard thing. And so companies doing exactly what they're doing, understanding that first of all, obviously, they're going to take a margin, they're going to, you know, benefit off of this mutual relationship, having the option to immediately get some sort of credit back or monetary value back that then you can recycle into a new product, I think is so amazing, because there have been many times, even though you guys know how much I love the patience, well, like what patience gives you in return. My patience wears thin, okay? Like right now, I have not been able to sell a couple bags that I kind of like, I just have, you know, teetering, wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to sell them, but I think I really should. So that is why this program, having the option, even if, again, you which I guess I should talk about next, but you probably have to kind of be aware that, you know, selling through Vestiaire, you're just gonna get a bigger margin of your sale. But unless it is like literally person to person, that obviously would be, you know, ideal in any case. You don't have to give a commission to a bigger company or an online company or a consignment store. A lot of the other, you know, places, I'd say Poshmark and Vestiaire have the best margins, but I personally have never sold through The RealReal or Rebag, what else? Fashion File, a lot of, you know, the really like just absolutely incredible, you know, resale platforms, again, stores, in-person showrooms, anything like that. But I know they take a massive margin, okay? And so the Mytheresa Vestiaire collective merging of the minds, I think is brilliant, because even though, yes, obviously, I'm aware that I'm not going to make as much if I, you know, sell it through Mytheresa through Vestiaire Collective than just me selling it through Vestiaire Collective, I get my funds immediately. So there is that weighing out, just the first kind of disclaimer. Long story short, probably the day Tamara posted that reel, I downloaded the Mytheresa app. I was like, is there anything I want right now? Yes, there are always. There's always, which I'm gonna be doing soon, which I can't wait. Of course, I'm gonna be doing my updated what I have gotten, what I've ticked off my wish list, which has been a lot. I'm very, very, very happy to say and very blessed. But what I also still really want, there were two pieces that I'm, you know, that I'm considering surprise. You know, I don't want to give anything away. It also might sell out, so I don't know. But because there were a few things, I was like, okay, there are two bags right now that I am having a difficult time selling, because they are very niche. I know a lot of you guys, I just know, you guys know I love you so much. So I really take your advice to heart. But there are two bags that I love so much that I know you guys have told me not to sell, but I just think it might be the time. My Bottega Veneta twist bag, which I think is, honestly, I wore that bag so much when I first got it. The bandana foulard bag was what I really wanted in the first place. And I think I was trying to, you know, compensate for that, which I did in a way, because it was much less than the foulard bag. But long story short, you guys know me. If something is like the same exact thing, I really should, you know, I should be critical and think about letting it go. And the other bag, same exact thing, no other reason. I love my exotic twin two bag from the row that is in this pale yellow. Sorry, these bags are downstairs. I should have totally brought them up for this video. So if anybody's interested, because now is the time, otherwise they're gonna be shipped off to Mytheresa. Essentially, the twin two bag is so, so, so good. I just realized that I need a little bit more space. And honestly, which is down there, my little Bottega mini pouch bag is like essentially the same exact thing. Whenever I wore my twin two bag, I had to take another bag. And I was like, me you know, getting my baby, Matisse, 4.5 years ago, me getting my dog, not a human baby yet, you know, hopefully one day. But that time, I was popping around with mini little bags constantly. And now I'm like, oh, it's hot outside. I need a water bottle. I need something. Anyway, it's so good that maybe I know you guys have told me just to hold on to it, but I just haven't worn it the way that I've wanted to. And so both of those bags I submitted to Mytheresa, and I had I had no idea. I had no idea like what the cost would be, but they take, I think 2 days. Mine might have been 3 days because it was over a weekend. I think it's probably 2 business days to, you know, turn around and give you a quote. But the quote for my twin 2 bag is actually exactly what I bought it for on the, or a little bit less than what I bought it for on the Real. I assume they checked the Real and found out that price, and that's why they gave me that exact price. I could probably get a much better margin, but honestly, it's such a random niche bag and it's so worn. That's the other thing, is that it's so worn. My Bottega Twist bag is pristine, but my twin 2 bag I bought in a very worn condition. It's gonna be a tough sell, to be honest. And my twist bag, I got offered less than what I paid for it. So all in all, essentially, I'm so debating, but I kind of think I really just want to try it out. Like, I think these are really good options of bags that, you know, I might not use this service all the time, or it might not be what I think of first and foremost to be like, oh yeah, I want to sell my Signet pochette. Like, first of all, I'm not selling that bag. Second of all, that would be silly. I could get way more, you know, selling it myself on Vestiaire. So I think for cases like those, especially if you're not like me and have an actual wardrobe, like you guys know I'm the most basic human ever. So if you're looking to sell a jacket or some clothing or I forget what they have right now. I am looking forward to them adding sunglasses as an option because I have several pair of sunglasses that I'd love to sell. But essentially, if you have like a few things, and let's say, you know, I did think for a while, I was thinking for about a day, like yesterday, I was thinking to myself, oh, maybe I should just wait and sell these bags on my own. I'll probably make more. But then I realized that the fall collections are going to be dropping on Mytheresa. That might be a nice little dent to put in a new fall piece from the new collections coming out. We all know I'm mainly looking at the Row and Jill Sander. But essentially, I think I'm going to do it for you guys. Let me know your thoughts. If you're like, don't do that, or I want to buy one of these bags, let me know, of course. I think it would be really cool to try out for us to see how it goes, to see what the timeline is like. Essentially, let me know your thoughts. Also, I'd just love to know your thoughts in general on this. Should more companies be doing this? Should more companies that are, you know, one-off brands have some sort of a buyback program? I am so curious to hear your thoughts. You know, I'm a niche person, so I could be thinking completely differently than everybody else. Long story short, as always, thank you guys for dealing with my rambly videos. I'm so grateful for you guys for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.